Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's Mary, and after a short hiatus, I am back. I've been sick for the past couple of weeks. I skipped last week's recap of 90 Day Fiancé, which I apologize from the deep, deep, deep bottom of my heart. But guys, I was really sick. And I decided, I'm just going to start fresh. I'm not even going to bother trying to catch up because it makes no sense to bombard you guys with recaps because we know 90 Day with all the spinoffs, you just kind of start drowning. So let's get into this. Episode 6, Season 10. If anyone objects to this union, and let me tell you, I object to all of these unions. I'm sorry, guys. I think all of these unions are fated to fail. So if I was going to give this episode a grade, I would actually give it a solid B. Just for Jasmine's dramatical purposes, Devin's crying, and Clayton. Clayton actually, gives him picking up. Okay, we're going to get into this. Let me set 900 seconds on the timer, guys. Okay. So first of all, we have Rob and Sophie. And I just want to reach through the screen and smack the shit out of Rob and just put Sophie on the next plane home. Okay. As a mom, I could feel Sophie's mom's pain. She is like grasping onto the Zoom call, like, daughter, you need to come home now. Okay. So Rob doesn't understand why Sophie is so upset that he is getting random porn, disgusting videos from women, and he doesn't see it's a big deal. And the last video he got was like 3 months ago before Sophie's visa was approved. So really, what's the big deal? He wants to be with Sophie. So why, it's not a really big deal that he has these disgusting videos in his phone. Yeah. Okay, Rob, I'm glad you see it that way. I don't see it that way, and Sophie definitely does not see it that way. So Sophie is all freaked out. She has taken all of her stuff out of Rob's apartment without the indoor bathroom and has moved into a rental with an indoor bathroom. Good move, girl. Okay. So she's in this rental. She doesn't know what to do. Okay. She can't get a job. She has, no car, no nothing. She's just like sitting in this rental crying. So she calls her mom, and her mom is like grasping onto the Zoom, like, what is going on? You sent me this text. What is happening? So she tells her mom what happened, that she had a dream that Rob was online cheating. And she woke up, decided to check his phone. And yeah, there was disgusting videos. Her mom is like, you need to come home. He is a knob. He is the true meaning of a knob. He has no personality. He has no empathy. He has no sympathy. He has no job. And now he is getting disgusting videos so he could rub his knob and make his sausage explode. Sophie, you need to get on the next flight and come home. But obviously, you're not going to, because we are not having this conversation. You still want to work things out because we are not having a conversation about how I'm putting you on the next flight home. And the poor woman is like grasping onto the Zoom like this. And, you could tell that she just wants to jump through the fucking screen and like snatch her daughter home. And Sophie's like, I can't just unlove somebody just like that, Mom. Okay. And she's like, I'm going to talk to him. I need to see, what the hell is going on. Her mother is just like, and she's going to talk to him. So yeah. So now we have Jasmine and Gino. Oh boy. I really fear for Gino's safety a lot of the times. Like a lot of the times I fear for his safety, guys. Okay. So Jasmine is going to meet Gino's family against her will, Okay. She really doesn't want to go meet them, but she's going to meet them because she feels like an animal being lured in by its prey. Okay. Because Gino's family hasn't been very nice to her. Gino's brother had the nerve to question her intentions, and his sister-in-law had the nerve to ask her not to schedule her wedding for a period that she was going to be on vacation in Florida. Okay, so she does not want to be going to this dinner, but she is doing it because she wants peace in her marriage. If that is not a crock of shit, if I ever heard it, but okay, Jasmine, convince yourself. So they go out to dinner, they play bocce ball, everybody was getting along, and then they question her. They want to know what her intentions are. Why won't she sign the prenup? How is she going to be a productive citizen? I swore she was going to do the Teresa Giudice Real Housewives of New Jersey table flip, jump across the freaking table and start strangling. Okay, Gino's brother-in-law, Gino's brother and sister-in-law. It was like fucking hysterical. She was like fuming. You see under her skin. She was like literally fuming. And she's like, well, I'm an educated woman and I cannot work right now. But once I'm able to work, I plan on being a productive citizen. And you could just see like and Gino told them how she took the money that she was supposed to use for a wedding dress and she put it in her butt. So they're like, we don't like this. We don't like this. Between her provocative post on social media, her using Gino's money for other things than what she's supposed to, butt implants, what's a little butt implants between couples, Gino's family is not liking this at all. Okay. Jasmine, she's not liking that she feels put on the spot. So she has to go home because they have a dog at home. Her and Gino leave. They're in the car. And Jasmine drops her phone. And she goes to reach down. And she finds a lip gloss. Now, talk about a scripted fight if I ever seen one. But Jasmine deserves a B for the hysterics that she put on. It was like, girl. She was fucking screaming her head off. Like she just saw somebody murdered. I swear she was. Gino was right. Like she just saw a fucking murder victim or something. She was screaming her fucking head off and sobbing. And Gino, for his part, Gino can act for shit. Gino was like, it could have been any motherfucker that got in my car, any motherfucking co-worker, any motherfucker. And it was like, it was the most scripted fight, okay, because that lip gloss was planted there by production, probably. That shit was probably there fucking 10 years ago, even if it wasn't planted by production. It's probably Jasmine's fucking lip gloss. But, they had to have a fight on the way home. Jasmine gets out the car. She's fucking crying hysterically. It is raining. It is cold. It's Michigan, okay? And Jasmine, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I hate you. I want to go home. Yeah, so, okay. Clayton and Annalie. Anybody that I have to side eye about possibly eating my pets when we get into an argument, I don't know if I could deal with that. Okay. So I get it. I get that guinea pigs are a delicacy in Peru and they eat them. But the fact that she joked, okay, if I get mad at you, I might turn around and eat your pet. That kind of like, it makes me want to side eye her. Okay. So Clayton picks her up at the airport and he's so happy to see her. He brings her a big bouquet of flowers. He usually wouldn't buy flowers for somebody because he just sees it as like a disposable and kind of waste of money. But this is a special occasion, so he bought her a big bouquet of flowers. So before he picks her up at the airport, he says, Mom, just because Annalie doesn't speak English, Please do not talk to her like she's a child or an animal. Just speak to her in your normal tone of voice, Mom, please. He's really worried about the two most important women in his life getting along. And yeah, I would too, considering that his mother lives in the closet in his bedroom. Okay. So, anyway, he shows up at the airport with flowers, a alpaca, okay, t-shirts, okay. It won't be a season of 90 Day Fiance without having somebody's face on the t-shirt, okay. Rebecca and Ziad, so he did the whole Rebecca and Ziad thing, and they go home. He shows her the apartment. Now, she's very organized, okay. He said that she's very organized, and she said that she's used to having a big home in Peru, okay. She walks into this apartment, and they cleaned up the apartment for her. Remember this, they cleaned up the apartment, they got rid of a lot of stuff, and she's looking around and she's like, wow, this place is very overwhelming. There is no sofa to sit on, there's no table to eat. Where do they eat? Where do they sit and watch TV? Like, this place is really overwhelming. Goes into the bedroom. The bedroom is smaller than she imagined. So she changes her clothes, puts on her t-shirt, gets in bed, and puts a big ass stuffed animal in between them. Okay? He thought he was going to get some ass. And now with your mother in the closet, no way. Doesn't matter if you put music on, a war movie. She's going to sleep. Okay? So she puts the stuffed animal in between them. And she's like, good night. Good night, honey. I love you. Turns over, goes to bed. He's like, oh, okay. That's how this is going to be. Is it because she's tired? Because she had a long day of traveling? And, or my mom, like, I don't know. What is it? But I'm kind of worried. Clayton, I would be kind of worried too. So, anyway, now we have Ashley and Manuel. These two get on my last freaking nerve. Her Spanish gets under my skin so bad. I just want to reach through the TV and just like snatch her. So they had sex, so everything's okay. They were just arguing an hour before, but they had sex. Everything's okay. Ashley, I have news for you. You are digmatized. Okay? That's it. You're digmatized. So anyway, they're going to meet her friends. And she's kind of worried because, Manuel could be a dick. And of course, he was a dick. He basically told her friends that, she's a loudmouth who likes to argue. And he's 80% ready to get married. And he deserves privacy. And her friends are all looking at him like, what the fuck? And Ashley is just like, oh gosh. So they are going to couples therapy because Ashley really feels like that they have a communication barrier and he is hiding something. And he basically admits to the therapist that he just likes to argue with her just to get her started. That he'll argue with her, sit back, let her go, and basically after a while, she sounds like Charlie Brown teacher to him. Wah, 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 wah. And he just sits back and just lets her go. And he couldn't care less. And he's an asshole. And Ashley is stigmatized. And this union is doomed. But she's going to marry him. She did marry him. Little spoiler. He's still here. They're married. Okay? They were at the big 90 Day Fiance 10th anniversary party 2 months ago or whenever the hell it was. The party that Scott had a fit over. Okay? He's here. They're married. She's stigmatized. This relationship is basically based on sex, and it's not going to last 5 years. That's my opinion. So anyway, Justin and Nikki. Speaking of sex, they finally had sex, but it wasn't the sex that Nikki wanted, okay? Because Justin apparently is a taker in bed, okay? Igor is a taker, not a giver. Now, they go to meet Igor's friends for the first time and talk about dropping the bombs. My goodness, Nikki. It's like, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Nikki. Not only am I trans, I was a drug addicted prostitute in my past because when I decided that I was going to be trans, my family rejected me and I had to go live on the streets. So I was a drug addicted prostitute in order to survive. His friends are like, excuse me? Okay. So after they get over that, Nikki takes Roska, Igor's female friend, to the bar and asks her the only way Nikki can if Moldovan men in that region like to go down nether. And Roska's like, yes, they do. And Nikki's like, well, we have an issue because Justin doesn't like to go down neither. He used to before he found out I was trans. But now it's like I can't get him to go down there, you know, for nothing. And Roska's like, maybe it's something, you know, mentally. And Igor's telling his male friends that basically he has a mental block when it comes to Nikki's private parts, basically, because Nikki scammed him. Let's just face it, okay? In the beginning of their relationship, Nikki scammed him and he is psychologically scarred. So this is another relationship that's fucking doomed. He is so willing, like he doesn't want to have sex with her, guys. He is willing to subcontract sex with Nikki, okay? He tells Nikki, why don't you get a professional to have sex with you? He'll rather subcontract the sex out than have sex with Nikki, okay? He'll have a relationship with her, sure. He'll be her man, he'll marry her, but the sex part, can we subcontract that out for you, please? Okay, because I don't want to have to do it. Okay, now moving on to our final couple of the night, Devin and Nick. Now, Devin and Nick, they're adorable, but I have a sinking pit in my feeling in my stomach that this couple is not going to work out and they may be doomed as well. I don't know why, but okay. They go to meet his parents, and in my opinion, this was just played up a little bit too much because his parents were just basically going to accept her no matter what. She got very emotional at the table. His mother was emotional that Nick was going to be moving to America. And then Devin got emotional. And basically, the parents are like, we love you. You moved to America. We're going to have to accept it. And that was it. It was very anticlimactic, guys. Okay, this whole thing of the parents having to accept Devin. If they don't accept Devin, Nick can't marry her. It was very anticlimactic. It just kind of felt like they were going to accept her no matter what. So I have a feeling this couple, we're going to learn more. And I wish them the best, but for some reason, I don't think they're going to work out. But we shall see. So that's basically it for this week's 90 Day Fiancé. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. And if you would be so kind, I started a membership. There should be a link in my description box for $5 a month. Some of the best content on YouTube. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.